she can get it. Say if you a bad, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark blue, purple, go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say
that I can have this, baby. Nobody else true. Nobody else makes you. Nobody else.
Hey girl, good morning. I'm getting ready for the day. I am headed to the gym to get my day started. And this vlog is dedicated to getting ready for surgery. Yep. I have another surgery scheduled for tomorrow. So I am going to walk you through the process of what it's like to get ready for a surgery. So I'll start with some of the stuff that I have already done or that's like on your surgery list. First thing that is somewhat controversial is that you can't have fingernail polish or like acrylics and stuff, right? Now, in my previous surgery, that was never on my instructions. But for this surgery, it was on the instructions and it said no polish, nothing on the nails. But I asked the, I think she was the nurse practitioner who called me, to prep me for surgery. And she said, it's fine, I don't have to worry about that. The last time I did have surgery, I kept my my dip powder on, but I had a clear base. So if you want to be extra cautious, take it off and or ask your surgeon. It's because they wrap something around your finger to monitor your oxygen levels. My thinking for the first surgery was, out of all this technology, y'all got to do this to monitor my oxygen levels? Figure it out some other kind of way. Figure it out. All this money y'all spending, I know y'all got the equipment. So that's one step. Another major step is that you cannot take any medications or supplements like 1 to 2 weeks prior to your surgery. Now, of course, if you are on some type of life-saving medication, they're going to tell you to keep taking it. But for me, I am simply on supplements. So I had to come off of them. So I haven't been on any of my supplements, vitamins, for a week. Due to the fact that they say you can't even take supplements, I have not been drinking coffee because coffee is a drug. So I have not been drinking coffee. I have not been drinking any caffeinated teas or anything like that either. Because when I go into surgery, I want to go in as my best self with absolutely nothing in my system and detox. When I say detox, I am not forcing myself to do anything that my body does not want to do. I am simply eliminating things to naturally detox. The one thing that kind of messed me up was that this surgery was scheduled at the last minute. So it was only scheduled like 2 weeks in advance. But I already had my girls' night planned, and my girls' night was a few days ago, and it was a pizza and salad themed party. So usually when I get ready for surgery, I clear out my system to make sure that I'm primarily eating foods that will make me poop. Because when they do surgery, they blow up your the area that they're going to look at with gas or air, so they can expand it to look inside, and that makes you gassy. And the opioids can make you constipated. The opioids is the pain medication that they put you on when you're under surgery, and you might be prescribed pain medication afterwards. So pizza with cheese and bread is not something that I would usually eat before surgery, but I'm not changing my menu. I'm not changing my menu because of this last minute surgery. Today is the day before my surgery, so I will not be having any pizza. I did have a big old bowl of kale salad yesterday though. So for breakfast today, I am going to, well, for all of my meals today, I'm going to make sure that I eat stuff that makes me poop, which is going to be foods filled with fiber, nothing fried, nothing heavy, light, lean meats. The day before surgery, I like to make sure I get one final good workout in, because the day of surgery, you can't eat or drink anything. So I don't work out on those days because you need to stay hydrated when you work out. So even if you have medication, you're only allowed to sip a little bit of water just to get your meds down on the day of surgery. Now, I have seen some instructions that say you can have Gatorade the day of, like the light colored Gatorade. I wouldn't do it, because if you mess around and you eat or you drink something, you go in and then the nurse is going to ask you, hey, what did you have today? And if you don't say, I had nothing, they will cancel your surgery. So yeah, I got my workout in, and I am going to make sure that I hydrate for the rest of the day, because I cannot consume anything after midnight tonight. So I'm just going to make sure that I keep downing my water, and that I make sure that I eat foods that's high in water content, like my smoothies and things like that. I'm running a little behind, so I need to eat my breakfast, which is oatmeal, while I'm driving on the way to work. So I have oatmeal with some walnuts on top, strawberries, and coconut flakes. Usually I'll put just a little bit of granola, but I was like, I don't need that for today, because I've been eating so much pizza. Again, reducing the carbs so I can make sure that I poop real good, real good. Just woke up from a nap like an hour ago, and I am now so thirsty. And I got 5 hours left to drink some water. One of the other rules when it comes to surgery is that you can't have alcohol 24 hours before your surgery. I'm not a big alcohol drinker anyway, meaning like I drink twice a month, okay? When it's time for me to get ready for surgery, I usually cut out alcohol like 2 weeks before, because again, if I can't take a supplement 1 to 2 weeks before the surgery, why am I allowed to drink alcohol? Like, it just don't make sense. So when the doctor gives me my recommendations, as you can see, I'm a intensify. I'm a intensify, because we got to make it through. And I believe one of the reasons why you can't eat or drink the day of surgery is something about like vomiting or nausea from the anesthesia or something like that. Y'all could do the research and figure it out on your own. But I'm about to make a Thai basil salad. I got some left over from my girls' night, so that's what I'm gonna have for dinner. I had a smoothie earlier, which was very good, but I do need to go ahead and eat some more greens, so that's what I'm gonna have for dinner. One of my unspoken gifts that many people don't know about is picking a good watermelon. So I went ahead and cut up a watermelon, got that ready. I like to keep mine in chunks. I know black folks like to just cut their watermelon in half and put some saran wrap on it. I like to have mine already chopped and prepared. So on the day of, you cannot wash with soap, wear lotion, perfume, or makeup. So the bottle that I showed you is what you're supposed to wash with the day before surgery and the day of. You're only supposed to wash the surgical site with that. Nothing goes inside your vagina. I make sure that I wash myself really good. Make sure that you follow the instructions on that bottle. But although you're not supposed to use soap, I still get in the shower with water, with a clean washcloth and a clean towel, just because I still want to get in the crevices with water. I still wash my face, tone my face, and I put on a light serum and aloe vera gel. Nothing active in my serum. But since I cannot have water today, I'm not going to talk your head off. I'm going to get ready for surgery. We are going to be leaving in a few minutes because our surgery is in 2 hours. I almost forgot. No contacts, no jewelry. You got to go in plain Jane, girl. Plain Jane. All right. It is the day after surgery for me. And as you can see, I am out and moving. I'm actually on a walk right now, so that's what you hear in the background is the cars. But I did want to cap off this video with some more suggestions and things that you can expect, okay? So the day of your surgery, you're going to check in. You're going to pay if you haven't already paid. For my facility for this procedure, I paid my patient responsibility, but it only goes towards the facility. I am going to get a separate bill from my surgeon, and I am going to get a separate bill from my anesthesiologist. Last time, everything was all in one because it was not a separate facility. It was at a hospital, okay? So that's first thing. Second, you're gonna get there about an hour before or an hour or more before your procedure, depending on how intense it is. When you get there, you're gonna change into your garb. You're gonna put the hospital socks on, which are very nice. You're gonna put the hairnet on, and you're gonna wait for a good hour. Then they're gonna roll you back to the operating room. The operating room is stark white, just like you see on TV. You got this big old, basically ring light shining down on you for where they're gonna do the surgery. Now, this time around, I was awake the whole time, but last time I think because I was so anxious and like crying because of life, they put me under quickly. This time they put the oxygen mask on me, and I was counting because I was thinking this ain't no oxygen, they drugging me. But it was actually the oxygen. And then I didn't go to sleep until a little bit later. What I have noticed now that I have had experience being under anesthesia twice is that anesthesiologists are not the kindest doctors. They're kind of dry, but because when you think about it, like, why do you casually like putting people to sleep, which is like close to death? Girl, IDK. So that's that. You are not allowed to eat any spicy, greasy, or heavy foods that day or for the next few days because you don't want to irritate nothing that's going on. On my instructions, it actually said that I wasn't allowed to shower for 24 hours, but I wasn't having that. Asking her why, and she said, because you still might be dizzy after anesthesia. Because I wasn't dizzy, I took me a shower that night. You will be very sleepy, very tired, because your body is trying to bounce back from the anesthesia, from the pain meds, and from the surgery. Because surgery is a trauma on your body, and your body is really trying to recover, so it needs sleep in order to restore itself and recover. So that is all that I have for you all. If you have questions about the actual process of surgery, my first surgery was a myomectomy. You can go look at that because it was more intense than this surgery, okay? So that's all that I have for you all. Until next time, bye.
That I can have this, baby.